Girls with a passion for fashion.
Currently, QC time. It's 2:33 right now. Oh my god, my camera's so fucked up. So let's get some editing done. I want to go to sleep, and I refuse to go to sleep. So I realized I want to change up the prologue because I've kind of improved the beginning of the story and tweaked it just a little bit. You're probably like, what the fuck are you doing right now? I'm editing my first draft. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm kind of info dumping. Like, this isn't all necessary, but I also feel like I don't want to have to re-explain this later on. I just want to jump into the story once we get past this. We'll figure it out later. Whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead. Alright, period! Okay, hold on. Time check. I wrote the prologue. I'm going to read it over. I know. Shut up. I'm fucking with this prologue. It is 3:16 and chapter 1's already edited, so I'm just gonna go through and apply the edits that I made on here for chapter 2 on here. So yeah. I just finished that round of edits. I feel like that was only like 10 minutes. That was a quick one. There wasn't a lot of edits in this chapter because it was kind of a shorter one, but I already know the next. I see a red tab right here, so that means that this is like a complete heavy like scratch rewrite chapter. So yeah, chapter 3 is like a heavy rewrite. Everything that happens after their ritual and all these new characters being introduced. Bodies changing. It's like a whole puberty thing going on. I'm scratching a character, which isn't gonna throw off my book like crazy much because they're more impactful in part 4 than they are in part 1. And I really gotta like dig deep in this chapter, so I'm personally going to reread chapter 3 on paper first, put some more like edits and really like dissect whatever I need to dissect, and then come back and edit on here because I don't want to be staring at the screen. I already kind of have a headache. I'm gonna see if there's anything in here that I need to also change, because I know in chapter 1 I had to change something I literally just changed. But it's like I'm finally getting to the point in this story where stuff is making sense. I'm feeling more like knowledgeable. And I'm also just trying to find the uniqueness to it so it stands out, because I realized while I was like summarizing all of this that it reminds me of another series that I've read. All books are like variations of other stories. Let's be fucking real. I'm not speaking on Red Queen or Powerless. I haven't read either of those books, so I cannot speak on that. I'm not trying to have an instance like that though, like where it's so similar that someone's like, oh no, you went word for word like, no. I need something like, it could be like along the lines of it, because obviously like I love that genre, other people love that genre. If you like that genre, I feel like you would enjoy mine, you know, like kind of have that like, I want to be able to like bring the lovers of that specific series into my world, it's like, oh, well, you know, it has similar, it's a similar theme. There we go. I don't want to say the plot. It's a similar theme. But I need to make sure mine is unique in some way and kind of more so stands out. My FMC is a black woman of color. She's black. She's brown skin. Brown skin with locks. Like, I feel like what I'm trying to say is, I feel like I finally got into a spot where everything just kind of, it makes more sense. I broke it all down and I was like, okay, if I can break it down in 6 pages, I understand what my story's about. Granted, I want to concise it. Take it like a 1-page fucking summary, but hey. Yeah, and I realized the issue that I was having for so long is because I was so stuck on like, oh no, this is a villain origin story, this is a villain origin story, this is a villain origin story. People are not born villains. So I looked, oh my god, I just broke my nail. So instead of just looking at it like a villain origin story, I'm just telling her story. Is she going to be looked at some point as like the bad guy, as the one in the wrong, as an aggravating character? She pisses me off. And I created her. She's meant to be relatable and piss you off all at the same time. There's really no like clear defined, this is the hero of the story, this is the villain of the story. Like, I feel like that makes like for a very boring ass story, I'm not gonna lie. So it's just like, the hero and the villain depends on whose point of view we're currently in. It's just like everyone's point of view, you get a different vibe. Like, I don't know, it's fun. And I know I'm starting to realize that one thing that I am gonna want in like the future process of the story is, I thought I found someone that I want to edit my story, and I think like from the sample edit I got from her, she's tea. Like, she's a vibe. She understands the vibe. She understands. But I need someone who understands like black woman struggles. Someone who's gonna understand the struggles of being a black woman, like mental health wise, and how it's so clearly overlooked. Because that's something really big in my book. It's the reason I say she's not a hero and she's not a villain, because in her eyes, the villain is her mind. It's a really weird dynamic. I just need like someone that's gonna understand like mental health and black women. Because that is exactly what I want. That's like my main thing in my book. Like, yes, we're loving the magic, we're loving the fantasy, but like, I want someone I can relate to at the same time. My MMC as well. Like, different upbringings, like their upbringings clash, but the mental health struggles are there. The struggles that you go through are still there, and it doesn't matter whether you came from a physically abusive household, an emotionally abusive household, a neglected household. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone's trauma is still their trauma. It's pretty much like everyone's trauma is still trauma. It doesn't need to be compared. And that is the best I've ever summarized this fucking book. I need a mic drop right now. Like, that was tea. That was the best I ever fucking summarized the entire. I'm so glad I have that on video. Anyways. I know what I'm looking for with this story. Mental health was always just very disregarded. It doesn't matter how extreme it is, it's always disregarded, because it's just like, well, what do you have to really like be sad about? What's really stressing you out? And it's just like, oh well, you don't have to worry about this, this, or this. So what's the issue? Like, I don't like that. I don't like the comparison. And it's just like everyone's trauma is their own trauma. It's essentially, it doesn't matter whether you grew up in a rich family or poor family. There's different traumas. Oh, please hold. If my book can like hit somebody, like damn, I see where she's coming from. That's enough. Money is great. Recognition is a little scary, but great. I just want to tell my stories. I just need to read through this next chapter, figure out what is missing out of it, what's needed, and just play around with different things. Chapter 3, I told y'all it's going to be a doozy, so that's not going to be an easy one to do. So before I start that, I'm going to take a little stretch and TikTok break, because that one is going to have my mind literally on fire, and I just cannot. So till next time.
Time to show the whole world what we're all about. We're the girls with a passion for fashion.